Howdy folks, Tex Grebner here with Tex Grebner Outdoors. This position is generally referred to as Namaste. Namaste has become quite a bit of a cliche at this point. So let me explain my interpretation of Namaste being balance. You can have a pan scale, empty, and yet it is balanced. But within those two pans are molecules engaged in absolute chaos. And so my definition of balance is chaos. The same way that all life feeds on all life. All life is sacred, whether you are vegan or not. Whether its blood is green or red, all life is sacred. Namaste is the chaotic balance of energy. And so I say to you, my brothers and sisters, Namaste. Our bodies tend to become stronger on one side than on the other. But in archery, when we draw our bow, we need core stabilization, we need static arm stabilization, and we need dynamic movement in both our arm and the muscles of our back, and potentially the muscles within our core. We also end up looking like a fiddler crab or a hermit crab with one strong arm and one weak arm. We also don't focus on our chest muscles enough, expanding them. If you don't have the strength and stability to operate your chosen weapon, you cannot focus on the skills. You're just slinging arrows and creating training scars. So here I have two 20-pound dumbbells. This is a much more intense, much more concentrated workout than if you were actually just slinging arrows. The reason that we're doing this, that I'm showing you this, is because I want to help you prepare as a sportsman, an athlete engaged in outdoor pursuits. The first thing that we would want to do is warm up. Now later on, when we actually get into these exercises, you may see me tumble, you may see me fall, because the simple fact of the matter is, this is difficult. And because it is difficult, it will allow you to train harder so that when you actually pick up your bow, that you have the strength and you can master your form. And so we as bow hunters have a responsibility to our prey. We must master our equipment. And I'm about to show you a way that you can prepare yourself for the coming bow season. So down to the warm-up. Because we're going to be using our shoulders, we're going to want to heat them up with some arm circles. This might look a little funny. 20 revolutions. But frankly, I don't care how funny it looks. Now back. Back to Namaste, my brothers and sisters. Expand the chest muscles. Up. And now the workout. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing almost all of my weight on my stabilizing arm. Because if you can handle body weight on your stabilizing arm, holding up your bow is going to be no problem. I'm going to lift this with my draw hand up to my anchor point with my ankles flat together, bring it up, and then get a full extension, because it's very important that you get a full extension. That way, especially with instinctive archery, you hit your anchor point and pull through, and you're following through with your stabilizing hand. With a compound bone, this is also important if you're using a back tension release. So first, push up. Roll over, lock the ankles together, bring it up to the anchor, and as I said, this is difficult. Now, push up again, good plank. Lock the ankles together, lift up to our anchor with a full extension, and then come up. We're using core stabilization. We're working on our chest muscles, our arm muscles, our back muscles, pretty much everything. And this is difficult. Now you see me at full extension, full stabilization, and down. This is, as I said, a supplemental workout because it focuses all of that body weight on your stabilizing arm rather than on your draw arm. You can see that I am much more stable on my strong side. I am quite a bit weaker on my draw side or on my stabilizing side. This works the chest and yet gets a full extension. It works the core so that you can hold that bow at full draw, and it is much more intense and concentrated and targeted than simply drawing back and slinging arrows. I recommend doing this at first with no weights. Simply push up, come up into a side plank, and lift up your hand, and then reach back under as you go down. So I hope that this video has been helpful to you, my sportsmen of America. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. This got my friends over at LegallyConcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement. and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.